All right, so starting with GU, let's go ahead and go to the 4 hours, do our daily analysis. 4 hours still hasn't surpassed this lower low. Let's see, nice bullish candle with a little wick at the bottom, a wick right here too. That is indicating that there are buyers in the market and the sellers are running out. There's also a wick here. Oh, that was a nice push up there. I believe that was during news. So that wick up there, that shows how far it went when that news event happened. Okay, so let's see. For the 1 hour, yeah. All right, for the 1 hour, yesterday came back down. Well, not really retested because I just, or did I put the trend line from here? I don't know. But I could move it up. So, yeah. All right. So on the 1 hour, we have that impulse. Right now it's on a correction. It did break up of this trend line here. That trend line is extending from over here at this point. I do have two of them. This one, the one that just broke, is on the majority of price. So I will say that that one does have some validity and it does carry a decent amount of weight. This one right here, it only have like 2 touch points, so I'm not going to be too concerned with this. Let's see. Oh, also on the 1 hour, it did have this divergence here. It's not marked off, but it's clearly there. Let's see if it did a break and retest. Yeah, so that's all that was. A break and retest of this divergence trend line. Going back to retest this trend line here and this area of interest here. I don't really need that, but I just wanted to see how price has been flowing. All right, so with the 15 minutes, all right, so there's a little divergence here. Looks like that was, is that really? I mean, it's barely divergence, really small divergence there. But there was a, let's see, no break and retest of that. But price did break through here, surpassing that point right there for the minor structure. I did draw this little fib right here. Where did this start? Oh, okay. It wasn't that little, but I did draw this fib here. This was like a bunch of consolidation, but there was actually a trend in here and close correction, continuation down to TP1. I believe it didn't go any further down to TP2 because of this trend line here, and this is also an area. I didn't draw it out, but there's a point there, um, resistance there, and then also there. It could have been a little zone, but yeah, that's why I went down that far. I don't really need that fib anymore. I could delete that. But I do have a fib here for what I'm considering a higher time frame trend, which is this uptrend here. It did go above this point here. It's not really major. Maybe it's like a 30-minute fib because the 1 hour fib is like impulse correction, continuation. So that point to be broken, it's like way up here. But this is also a level of structure that was broken to go into a buy. So this right here would have been a good entry point, but on the 1 hour, it really looks like nothing. So I'm expecting it to come back down and retest it again, and then I'll get in for a buy. Like I said, I'm not really worried about this trend line, so I'll probably buy up to at least this area here. If not, just go into the yeah. Okay, so yeah, looks like it may reach back up to the zone. It's a couple of a couple of support points here and here. So it looks like it could go back up and retest that as resistance, and also finish out this fib because this fib is a negative. I mean, it's a 50, so it may, go here, then go back to around here, and then hopefully finally shoot up before the week is out. So that is the bias for the day. A buy on GU. Hopefully, price will come back down and retest here. That'll also be like it'll probably be around this area. No, not that area. Maybe around this area. Either way, if it comes back around here and retest like around here, that'll be a break and retest of this trend line, and also a test, break, and retest of this previous level of resistance. So moving on to GN. Let's go to the 4 hours. Okay, 4 hours. Post correction continuation. And post correction from what it looks like. Continuation. It did break and retest this 4 hour trend line right here. Well, break here, retest here. There is this daily trend line here, so if it does impulse correction, it'll go down and break there, retest, and continue down a little bit further, potentially down the line. But for right now, yeah, this candle don't really tell much. It went back down to retest the entry almost here, and then it shot up to TP2, and then went uh, almost to retest there. I'll look at this trend line on the 1 hour because it probably supposed to be pushed down just a bit. So on the 1 hour, yeah, it's kind of, let's see, if, yeah, all right, yeah, so it still touches, breaks and retest. Okay, let's see, um, all right, so usually for the break and retest that does, okay, yeah. All right, so it looks like this is an impulse correction and it's going to continue down, but right now it is correcting. So it could go back up and kind of form a little, you know, small uptrend here before it goes back down, but this is, well, this is the impulse. Let's see if it's, yeah, I think I read it is. And is, wait, what was that? I'll just leave that one on there. All right, so yeah, it's probably gonna continue um, kind of forming a channel a little bit there before it's ready to sell back down. But I think this is the stop of it. We got a point A and a point B, enough to draw the fib to show that this is downtrending. We got that break and retest of this uptrend trend line, and this right here. This can do nothing but retest this point here as well. Um, so on the 15 minutes, maybe it's looking like impulse correction continuation up to this zone. But right now, to me, this isn't really clear. At least not where it's at right now. Well, as far as, trying to get in a trade, I would have got in here. Could have bought it back up to like around this level where this zone and this point is. But other than that, I don't know. It may go up here, but I'm not really going to be looking at that. I'm going to focus on GU. Unless it goes back down here, then I'll look to buy it up.